Peace and blessings, everyone. So I am back with more ideas and concepts that I have. And once again, these are concepts and ideas that I will bring forth as part of my company. These ideas, I don't come up with these ideas for the purpose of making money. My mind just naturally creates things. I guess I'm creative in a sense. Creative mentally. I don't know, I'm not an artist, I'm not good at drawing or things of that nature, but my mind usually just turns and thinks of different things. So, see, I'm putting these out. Maybe catch the eye of a venture capitalist or an angel investor, something like that. And part of it is just going along with, the belief of speaking things into being. So I put these out there for them to come into being. And of course, all these could be stolen by someone else, but as I said before, I have plenty, and if something is stolen, I can always come up with another one. There's no concern or worry on my part. All right. Cellmate. This is a game, and I see it as being a online game. And the concept is like what they call the virtual pets. All right, you have a little pet. They start off with little virtual games. You have a little dog, something. You got to feed them and keep them alive or they die. And I think they have them online now. You have virtual pets that you got to keep them alive. Well, Cellmate is basically, it's like you're a warden, and you are in charge of a prisoner, right? Someone who's locked up in prison, and so you're in charge of giving them food, getting them exercise, and it's up to you how you're gonna treat them. Gonna put them in a hole or things of that nature, and I don't know, maybe provide them with access to education material, something like that. So what you do to a prisoner, might cause them to be more rebellious or become a better person, and maybe can get out on parole or something like that. I don't know, but that's the basic idea. About you're in charge of a prison online. Staying with the games, Hades, Dante's Inferno. That's just a name just to remind me of what I'm thinking of. And the idea behind this, and this could be out there, I don't know. I'm not a gamer. I got plenty of kids who play games, and so this isn't a game that I've seen, but the idea, and I'll try to do this within this frame. The idea is there's maybe 7 levels, and I believe in Dante's Inferno it's supposed to be 7 levels of hell. So on the screen, we play the game, on the screen you see levels right here, like this, right? And as part of this game, you are within a level, and the screen will move like this, sort of like going back to I'm trying to think of a game, old school game. What is the game? Way back on Atari, you had to swing, and you went on the ground, dun, 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 swing, and you swung over crocodiles and things of that nature. What was the name of that game? Somebody old school should know that. I can't believe I can't think of it. You go on the ground. I have to look it up, and I end up putting it down below. So you had these levels, and like I said, the screen will move this way. And if you had somebody else, you was playing against somebody, they might be on another level, and you can go that way, and they will go that way, and that screen will move this way, and your screen will move that way, and you will have to I think the objective game is to get down to level, and basically you're going down into hell, and maybe you have to save somebody at the bottom, and so you have these creatures you're battling, and different things happen. You can actually bring maybe your level to be, you know, close up on the screen where you're fighting a level, and then it could, you know, zoom out. You have all these levels, and maybe I'll play off of what's happening down at this other level way down at the bottom, something like that. So you gotta strategize what you're gonna do up here by seeing what's going on here. Maybe something, you know, something is happening within the game itself. It's doing it on its own, that something's going on. It's creatures down here, something like that. See what I'm saying? Once again, some of these just basic ideas, you know, the foundation of the game concept. You know, that's how I see that. So you have 4 players, and everybody can be going a different direction, you know, and so the top part of the screen is moving that way, the level's going this way, the level's going that way, the level's going this way, and everybody's playing, and you gotta do different things. And speaking of multiplayer games, I was thinking of a monitor, a video screen, a computer monitor, or just a television screen of some type, where it is actually 4 pieces. Alright, it's 4 pieces, and the purpose of it is when you play, especially like Halo, or the first-person shooter games like that, and you know you're playing against somebody, and you get the cheating going on by looking on somebody's screen. Well, what happens is you can actually take the TV apart. It separates within those 4 pieces, so the monitors, the pieces can rotate, and everybody is only able to see their screen, right? So it can just totally rotate, where there's one on this side, one on this side, one on those sides, and nobody can see the other person's screen, right? And they can come together and just be one big screen if you're just one person, so you have one large screen. So, you know, it's 20-inch, and then you know, it's 20-inch together, but then it can separate to 4 different pieces. So let's say, so then 5-inch screens? I don't know, something like that. But you see the idea, separates. One division of my company is called Charles Bishop, and this division is creative design. I have car design and concepts, you know, basically clothing design, things of that nature, just artistic design. And one thing I have, and around this point I'm going to bring up the actual picture. I have an idea, it's called a rose rim. What it is a car rim, and the rim, the chrome rim is, as you can see, is in a shape of a rose. And there's something very large walking along my fence outside. It's probably a skunk or a possum. But so like I said, I see this being for a high-end car, like a Maybach, something like that, a very high-end car, and it's in the shape of a rose. Now this picture is, when I transfer a picture and bring it here to make a video, it blurs a little bit, so this picture isn't really doing the justice of what it looks like, but you can see it, so it's sort of, you know, blurry. Then I have an idea for an addition where we use actual diamond flakes within the rim, so you get this super high shine and reflection and sparkle. That's what we're looking for, sparkle. So imagine that. Charles Bishop Rose Rim, or going to Rolls Royce, something like that. Super high end. I have an idea for an umbrella. Charles Bishop once again, and what it's going to take is some special material. I have an idea of a special material where when it rains and it hits the umbrella, it makes these these color explosions, splatters that happens on an umbrella. Like it'd be different colors. Like a raindrop hit and be reds and yellows and blues, and it's like throwing a rock in a pond, and you got the wave coming out. So when it hit, these colors will go out on the umbrella. And so it'll take some special water sensitive material. I've searched on it, but I haven't really found anything. Maybe something exists. No. That's the idea. And the idea of having an umbrella, which isn't really part of Charles Bishop, is an umbrella where to use in hot places. An umbrella that has a system hooked up where you have a water spraying system, the mists, like you can get for your backyards and different places, parks, water mist. So you can take a water bottle and screw it onto the handle part of the umbrella. It pumps up the water and comes out the edges of the umbrella. It's, mist, so it helps keep you cool in the summertime. Another idea I'll bring up is a logo I have called Stones. Wow, I'm already at 11 minutes. Called Stones. I put it up. Stones is just it's supposed to represent toughness and determination, and just being, doing everything with confidence. As you can see, I'm sure you can see what's getting out when it says Stones. Logo for, maybe someone who's involved in X Games who does that, biker, skateboarder, something of that nature. And the last one will be Vanilla Plains. And the concept of this is that it's an ice cream parlor, but the only flavor that we serve is vanilla. Now, where the variety comes in is in the cones and the things of nature. Cones, you can get cones, you can get cookie crust, for like an ice cream sandwich, things like that. All those, you have a wide variety of flavors on that end. And those will be fresh baked. So it's fresh baked cones, fresh baked wafers, like I said, all types of different flavors. So just vanilla. Of course, you can have different types of vanilla. You can have French vanilla, vanilla bean, but it's going to be solely vanilla. And I think that's it. Like I said, the variety is in the cones, different flavors. Get fresh toppings, strawberries, fresh strawberries, blueberries, whatnot. But just vanilla. I love vanilla. It's my favorite flavor, and it's the most popular. So why not just have a store that sells totally vanilla, just vanilla, and instead of 31 flavors, different ice cream, you have different flavors of the cones, things of that nature. All right, that'd be it for this one, and I should be back. So until next time, God bless everyone. Peace.